Long ago, at the edge of a peaceful village, there lived a young shepherd boy named Oliver. The village was surrounded by green hills and a quiet forest, and the people lived simple and happy lives. Every morning, Oliver helped his family by taking the village sheep up the hill to graze. With his wooden staff in hand, he walked proudly as the sheep followed him. At first, Oliver enjoyed watching the clouds and talking to the sheep. But as the days passed, the long, quiet hours made him feel lonely and bored. One afternoon, as Oliver sat alone, a naughty idea popped into his mind. He remembered what the elders had said about calling for help. Suddenly, Oliver jumped up and shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! Help! A wolf is attacking the sheep!" His voice echoed across the hills. Hearing the cries, the villagers rushed up the hill. When they arrived, they found no wolf at all, only Oliver laughing at them. The village elder warned him seriously, "Never lie, child. Lies break trust." But Oliver ignored the warning and laughed. The next day, boredom returned. Once again, Oliver shouted for help. Once again, the villagers came running. This time, the villagers were very upset. They decided that Oliver could no longer be trusted. One evening, as the sun began to set, a real wolf came out of the forest. The sheep panicked, and Oliver's heart filled with fear. Oliver screamed with all his strength, "Wolf, please help!" But the villagers did not come. They no longer believed him. The wolf ran away, and Oliver sat crying. That day, he learned a painful lesson. From then on, Oliver always told the truth, and slowly the villagers trusted him again. A liar is not believed even when he tells the truth. Oliver was only 12, but he noticed details others walked past. One frosty morning, he arrived at school to find students crowded around an empty display case. The championship trophy, proudly showcased every year, had vanished overnight. Teachers whispered, students panicked, and the hallway buzzed with confusion. Without saying a word, Oliver stepped closer and examined the scene with calm, sharp eyes. He spotted faint drag marks across the polished wooden floor, as if something heavy had been pulled away in a hurry. Near the exit door, he found a single blue wool thread caught on the latch. Outside, leading toward the old garden shed, he noticed small muddy footprints, too small to belong to an adult. Following the trail, Oliver approached the shed, gently pushed the door open, and paused. Inside, Evan from his class stood nervously holding the missing trophy, rubbing it with a cloth. Startled, Evan stammered, "I wasn't stealing it. I only wanted to clean it before the assembly. I thought I could put it back before anyone noticed." Oliver believed him instantly. The half-polished trophy, the tin of metal polish, and Evan's trembling hands all told the same story. Instead of scolding him, Oliver helped him carry the trophy back to the hall. When they returned it, relief washed over the teachers and students alike. The principal simply shook his head and said with a gentle smile, "Next time, just ask." As the crowd dispersed, Oliver opened his small notebook and wrote a single line. "Mystery solved. Sometimes the truth simply needs a little polishing." Once upon a time, in a sunny bamboo forest, there lived a chubby little panda named Poco. Poco loved many things: sleeping, rolling down hills, and eating bamboo. But most of all, Poco loved ice cream. Every Sunday, Poco would waddle to the village ice cream cart where Mr. Monkey sold colorful scoops of sweetness. "One triple scoop rainbow swirl, please," Poco would say, his eyes sparkling. He would lick the ice cream so fast that his nose turned blue, his paws got sticky, and his tummy felt cold. But he didn't care one bit. One hot afternoon, Mr. Monkey was nowhere to be found. The cart was closed. Poco's round belly grumbled in sadness. Just then, a tiny butterfly fluttered by and whispered, "Follow the sparkles, Poco. You'll find something sweet." Curious, Poco followed the trail of glittering dust
deep into the forest, past tall bamboo and shiny streams, until he reached a glowing tree made entirely of ice cream. Strawberry leaves, chocolate bark, and scoops of vanilla snow hung from every branch. With wide eyes, Poco dipped his paw in and took a taste. It was the most delicious ice cream he had ever eaten. Cool, creamy, and full of magic. The tree giggled softly, saying, "Only a panda with a pure heart could find me. Enjoy, but share with your friends." From that day on, Poco didn't eat ice cream alone anymore. Every Sunday, all the animals gathered around the magic tree for a forest ice cream party. And Poco, the happiest panda in the forest, always had the biggest smile and the stickiest paws.
In a quiet European village surrounded by green hills lived a kind little girl named Mira, known everywhere for her bright red hoodie. Her grandmother had knitted it for her, and Mira wore it every day. One afternoon, Mira was walking home when she heard a soft whimper near the village fountain. She looked around and saw a tiny injured sparrow trembling on the stones. It had fallen from its nest during a strong breeze. Mira yelped down and gently wrapped the bird in the sleeve of her red hoodie. She carried it carefully to the old cobblestone cottage of the village healer, an elderly woman who cared for injured animals. The healer smiled. "You did a brave thing, Mira. Not everyone stops to help." For the next few days, Mira visited the sparrow, feeding it crumbs and talking softly to it. Soon, the little bird grew strong enough to fly again. On the morning of its release, the sparrow fluttered onto Mira's shoulder, chirped happily, and soared into the bright European sky. Mira felt her heart glow, warmer than the red hoodie she wore. As she walked home, villagers smiled at her knowingly. "Kindness always returns," they said. And Mira realized they were right, because helping made her feel brighter than any hoodie ever could. So, the moral of the story is that a small act of kindness can bring great joy, both to others and to yourself.